right now. Not tomorrow, not last week. Right now, your brain is being physically restructured. Every habit you ran this morning, it strengthened certain neural pathways and weakened others. The way you woke up, what you looked at first, whether you moved or stayed still, whether you ate or skipped it. Your brain didn't wait for you to be ready. It's already rewriting itself based on the inputs you gave it. The terrifying part? Most people have no idea this is happening. They think they're just living their day. But what they're actually doing is performing brain surgery on themselves every single morning, completely blindfolded. And after this video, you will never see your daily routine the same way again. Let me describe your morning and tell me if this sounds familiar. Your alarm goes off. Before you even fully open your eyes, your hand finds your phone. You're scrolling before you've taken your first conscious breath. Instagram, news, maybe a few messages. Then you're up, you're rushing. Breakfast is whatever's fast. And by 10 a.m., you're already mentally foggy, reaching for caffeine just to feel functional. By afternoon, focusing feels like pushing through wet concrete. You keep rereading the same paragraph. Your attention keeps sliding off the screen. And at night, you're exhausted, but your brain won't switch off. You tell yourself you're just tired. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe not cut out for the level of performance you want. But here's what nobody's told you. That's not a character flaw. That's a trained brain. Trained by habit to underperform. And the worst part, most people call this normal. It isn't. It's just common. Here's what the self-help industry keeps selling you. Motivation, discipline, hustle harder, wake up earlier, I want it more. And here's what neuroscientists have actually known for decades. None of that matters if your daily habits are degrading the physical structure of your brain. There's a principle called Hebbian plasticity. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Your brain is not static. It reshapes itself based on repeated inputs. The connections you use grow stronger. The ones you neglect weaken and die. The highest performers in the world, the ones with relentless focus, sharp memory, and seemingly endless energy, they're not more gifted. They just discovered, quietly, that their daily inputs determined everything, and they protected those inputs obsessively. That's what this video is about. What I'm about to share isn't motivational theory. Harvard neuroscience research on neuroplasticity, Stanford sleep studies, and clinical work on dopamine regulation all point to the same conclusion. Your daily behavioral inputs physically alter brain structure. Gray matter density, synaptic efficiency, hippocampal volume. These aren't fixed at birth. They change measurably based on what you do every single day. These 5 habits aren't life hacks. They're the inputs that determine whether your brain is building cognitive capacity or quietly losing it. I call them the brain architecture habits. 5 daily inputs that the top performers quietly protect, while everyone else casually destroys theirs without realizing it. You probably already do some of them. The ones you're missing, that's exactly where your focus, energy, and mental sharpness are leaking out every single day. Let's go through them. Habit 1. Protect your first 20 minutes of consciousness. The moment you wake up, your brain's dopamine system is at its most sensitive. When you grab your phone immediately, notifications, social media, news, you flood that system with rapid, unpredictable reward signals. What that does is recalibrate your dopamine baseline upward. Suddenly, everything that requires sustained effort, deep work, studying, problem solving, feels dull and unrewarding by comparison. You've essentially started your day by making focus feel harder than it needs to be. Top performers know this. Many of them keep their phone in another room entirely. They own the first 20 minutes. Sunlight, silence, movement, intentional thought. That single change rewires how your entire day feels. Habit 2. Move your body to grow your brain. When your heart rate elevates, even for just 20 minutes, your brain releases something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Neuroscientists have literally called it miracle grow from the brain. BDNF stimulates the growth of new neurons, specifically in your hippocampus, the region most responsible for memory consolidation and learning speed. Skipping daily movement doesn't just affect your body. Studies show sedentary behavior is measurably correlated with hippocampal shrinkage over time. This isn't about fitness. This is about cognitive infrastructure. Move for 20 minutes. Your brain will be measurably different because of it. Habit 3. It's not just how long you sleep, it's when. While you sleep, your brain runs what's called the glymphatic system, a biological cleaning cycle that flushes toxic metabolic waste, including proteins linked to cognitive decline and brain fog. But here's the critical detail. This system is circadian dependent. Irregular sleep timing, even if you're getting 8 hours, disrupts this cycle. Your brain doesn't get fully cleaned. You wake up foggy, accumulating cognitive debt most people mistake for personality. The highest performing individuals don't just sleep enough, they sleep on schedule. Same time in, same time out, with almost religious consistency. Protect your sleep timing like it's a non-negotiable meeting, because neurologically, it is. Habit 4. This one will make you uncomfortable. Every time you reach for your phone, the instant you feel boredom, waiting for coffee, standing in line, riding the elevator, you are training your prefrontal cortex to be incapable of deep focus. The prefrontal cortex governs executive function, decision-making, creative thinking, sustained attention, and it requires low stimulation windows to consolidate and strengthen. By filling every idle second with stimulation, you're eliminating the mental conditions under which your most powerful thinking occurs. 10 minutes of deliberate boredom each day is a cognitive performance drill disguised as doing nothing. The most creative, focused people alive protect this time. They sit with discomfort. They let their minds wander. That wandering is your brain building capacity. Habit 5. What you eat first rewires your neurochemistry by 10 a.m. Dopamine and serotonin, the neurotransmitters governing focus, drive, and emotional regulation, are synthesized from amino acids. Amino acids come from dietary protein. Your brain's peak neurotransmitter synthesis window is in the morning. If you fill that window with high sugar, low protein, you spike your blood glucose, crash it, and spend the first half of your day running on a neurochemical deficit. Eggs, Greek yogurt, a protein shake. It doesn't need to be elaborate, but it needs to come first. Protect your morning neurochemistry, and your focus will follow without you having to fight for it. Here's the truth underneath all of this. The people living at their full cognitive potential aren't gifted. They're not lucky. They made a decision, usually quietly, usually alone, that they were going to control their inputs. That their brain wasn't something that happened to them, it was something they built. And that identity shift from passive recipient of your habits to intentional architect of your brain, that is the actual transformation, not the habits themselves. The decision that you are someone who makes them. That decision is available to you right now. At this moment, picture 30 days from now. You wake up and your first thought is clarity, not dread. Your focus locks in without a fight. You move through your work in a flow state that used to feel accidental but now feels reliable. Your memory is sharper, your thinking is faster, your energy doesn't crater at 2 p.m. That's not motivation, that's not a vision board. That's neuroplasticity doing exactly what the science says it does when you give it the right inputs consistently. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one habit from this list, just one, and implement it tomorrow morning. Not Monday, tomorrow. Because your brain is being reshaped today, whether you're intentional about it or not. The only question is, are you going to choose the inputs or let them choose you? Your brain is not finished. It's not fixed. It's being rebuilt right now by everything you feed it. You just learned the 5 inputs that matter most. So drop in the comments, which habit are you starting tomorrow? I read every single one. And if you want to go deeper, the next video covers the specific focus protocols used by the top 1% to enter deep work states on demand. It's right here. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you there.